Could you ever have imagined that you're going to be this guy who is going to be able to influence like real kings in the culture?
No.
I mean, what the heck? What a privilege.
Yeah. You know, I feel like 10 years in the music industry got me around some really cool people.
Sure.
And it also helped me see that sometimes the platform, the spotlight, is the worst thing that ever happened to a person.
Yep.
And so, man, I couldn't tell you the people that, I mean, it destroyed their soul that they ever got famous. If they don't on this side of eternity, they will regret forever that they ever stepped onto that stage.
Oh, that's painful.
And I think my heart goes out to people. It's not an issue of, you know, man, I want to influence the influencer so that I can reach more people. It's like, no. I have sympathy for the burden that these people bear. I'm familiar with it.
Yeah.
And how easy it can be to begin to believe your own hype. And so walking alongside those guys, it's not like a manipulative, like I'm trying to use their platform to get my message out sort of thing. It's like, no, like I've been the guy with the platform, and I know how easy it is to let that platform kill you.
Right.
How it can be toxic for your marriage and your relationship with your kids, and most importantly, your relationship with God. And so I sympathize for guys that are carrying that burden of sort of public visibility.
Yeah.
And so, man, I'm honored to be able to just walk
That's
alongside
such a huge honor, man.
and be that voice in the back of their head saying, you're only a man. You know, like you may be talented in a thing that people really value, but man, you're just a man.
Yeah.
You know, I think for me, years ago, there was a conviction the Lord gave me to say, Mattie, always introduce yourself, which is just it's a simple thing. But that's a piece of advice I've given to Ryan and to Derek and to several other guys that have influence that I walk with who, you know, you live in a world where everybody already knows you. You know, for Derek, people might have stood in line for an hour and a half to meet him. They may be wearing a jersey with his name on the back. And the temptation is to just go, hey, yeah, nice to meet you, and sign an autograph, take a picture, and just move on. And I said, dude, they don't need you to introduce yourself. You need to introduce yourself, to remind yourself that the world doesn't revolve around you.
Right.
This person may know who you are, but not everybody does. You are not that big a deal. And so for me, I would always, you know, when we would be doing autograph signings or meet and greets and things with fans, you know, there'd be people that I would just know, like people that have my face tattooed on their body. And I would still and I would still stick my hand out and go, hey, my name's Mattie. And they'd go, oh, I know. I love your band. I've been listening to you forever. It's like, all right, that's cool. We can move on with the conversation. But I just need to say, hey, my name's Mattie to everybody that I meet, just to make sure I don't begin to buy into the lie.
I think it's also for them too, though.
Maybe.
Because and the reason why I say that is because I don't have that same level of fame that you had, but I've had a lot of run-ins with people who've recognized me from my YouTube channel. They've said the same thing. They come up to me like, dude, like I love your content. And it's cool because it wasn't like a conscious decision of like, I'm going to introduce myself. It's just, I don't know any other way to like start a conversation with someone I don't know, you know? But I think it's helpful for them too, because you got to remember that you're a human, but you need them to know that you're just a human too.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
So that's cool, man. I respect that a lot. So you that's how you met Ryan Pineda. By the way, if you don't know him, you got to go check out his stuff. If you're interested in business, he's a gangster, and he is absolutely on fire for the Lord right now, which is super fun to watch. And then that's how we met. We met at one of his events.
Yes.
His Kingdom Summit, like Faith First Business event, which is cool.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so you're doing all the curriculum for them, and basically the curriculum is basically helping entrepreneurs with these Bible studies that Ryan's putting together.
Yeah, so the idea is we want to see every person in the marketplace use the influence the marketplace has given them to lead people closer to God.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I recognize that not everybody has the time to, you know, personally do a deep dive into the historical context of every Bible study and to, you know, exposit an entire book of the Bible, but I do. So so what we do is I write like a plug and play Bible study to where literally anybody of any level of experience teaching or preaching can just take the Bible study that I've written and get a group of people together and say, hey, let's just get together Friday mornings in the real estate office. We're going to get together at 7 instead of when the office opens at 8, and we're going to have coffee and donuts, and we're just going to open God's word together, and we'll pray. And so the idea is like, then you just open this document that I sent, and it says, all right, this week we're reading 2 Timothy chapter 2. Let's read through that, and here's what Pastor Mattie says about this. It's like the old Our Daily Bread devotionals.
Mm-hmm.
It's longer and maybe more expository than those, but it's just like a plug and play Bible study for anybody to do, no matter where they're at. So the hope is that we'll see hundreds of business people, thousands of business people, opening Bible studies in their local coffee shop, in their gym, in their office, wherever it is that God has them.
When did you feel called to start the church?
That was
July,
the summer of. No, this was before I met Ryan. We started the Lord began to speak to me in July of 2018 about opening the church, and then we moved to Johnson City in July of 2019.
Why on earth would you ever want to start a church?
If you enjoyed that clip and you want to watch another video like it, you can just click right over here. Or if you want to see my other channel, Directed Life, full-length interviews and really deep conversations, you can click over here.